When time first began, the Eternal gave life to powerful beings of light, the Drakeels. But as misfortune would have it, the power given to these creatures awoke in them only a boundless pride and an inexhaustible thirst for dominion. Shaken by this betrayal, the Eternal banished them to the deepest abyss of Dracomundus. It was there, in the depths of the earth, that they twisted into the monstrosities that we know today as dragons. Alas, possessed more than ever by hate and vanity, the Banished refused to admit themselves defeated. Through their voices, they persisted in corrupting humanity. Through their blood, they defined the land we call our home. From that moment on, mankind would live in fear. Fear that one of the Dragon Lords, the most powerful of the Banished, would one day return to the surface. With the support of his dragon kin, Saw Ichnog succeeded in escaping from his subterranean prison. And brave souls, guided by the light, rose up and vowed to push him back. Soldiers of the Order, righteous and faithful to the Eternal, who suffered body and soul after coming into contact with draconic corruption. Rare were those who remained impervious to the depraved whispers of the dragons on the outskirts of this gaping breach. One such person was Godefroy of Clerval, Grand Knight of the Order of the Eternal.
I am out of breath.
The voice of the Dragon Lord blighted people's spirits and petrified their bodies, instilling terror and madness into those who heard it. Never before had a breach so vast been rent between the two worlds. It was here, at this wound between worlds, that the corruption was most potent. One by one, haunted by the whispers from below, the people succumbed to madness.
I can't slay more.
Pitiful in their wretchedness, and too weak to resist the command of their new masters, they drank the blood of the dragon and gave in to depravity.
Not yet. I must prepare.
Thus enslaved, they were twisted into ghastly monsters, mockeries, dragon kin.
By fire be cleansed! Time. Getting ready. yet. Catching my breath. You shall fail!
Filled with these fleeting embers of hope, a few brave souls founded an alliance to carve the first breach into draconic defenses. Here, the Dragonkin's power was strong. It fused our world with that of the Banished. Godefroy of Clairval heroically broke through and shattered their defense barriers. This act of bravery, a feat of the righteous alliance of men, allowed me to lend aid to the Knights of the Order of the Eternal. Me, Almantia, Grand Oracle of Pythodurcan, Dragon Blood, a human altered but not consumed by the draconic blood that flows through my veins. My sisters and I have powers given to us by the dragon, but our souls remain our own.
I am out of breath.
Neither dragonkin nor entirely human, and afforded extraordinary abilities by our forebearers. By those who drank the blood of the only banished dragon to have ever repented before the Eternal.
Energy left. Need more time.
These few drops of draconic blood connected our thoughts to those of the dragons. With that understanding came a vulnerability. We soon learned that we were at the mercy of their whispers. The voices threatened to consume us, with no hope of salvation. Our civilization fell alongside the blue dragon Pythodurcan, forcing us to live amongst men in the city of the Order of the Eternal.
can't anymore. I need to catch my breath. Not yet.
Closer to the breach made by Sir Ichnog, Godefroy, fighting fire with fire, confronted the draconic hordes. I battled by his side, but my strategy was less direct. My draconic power allowed me to open up a passageway for the men of Nurogard, all of them prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice to save what remained of humanity. Once this invisible barrier had been breached, they knew that their lives would hang by mere threads. But these warriors from the north cared little for the uncertainties of our plan. A hero's death in the heat of battle with their enemy was the greatest honor that could befall them. Led by the pale dragon-blood Harold Truelson, the barbarian fleet had but one objective: to lure the enemy into the open sea and leave the path to the breach vulnerable. If a single vessel reached the coast, then this sacrifice would not have been for naught. Harold Truelson reached the hostile shore and avenged those fallen from the Toriel clan. Barbarians of Nurogard feared neither pain nor death, and they welcomed violence as they might an old and familiar friend. Truelson knew this friend better than most.
Roger.
A select few, highly trained clansmen, risking their lives in the process, had successfully imbibed the pale dragon's blood without succumbing to the corrupting voices. Among them was Truelson. To become a dragon blood barbarian, he paid the ultimate price and cast away a portion of his humanity. In exchange, he received draconic powers that he put to use for the Toriel clan, the Eternal, and humanity at large.
I have no energy left. Not yet. I need to catch my breath.
The pale dragon blood had achieved his goal. The Alliance's plan, as unlikely as it was to succeed, could run its course. The barbarian waited for the signal that would tell him where to carve a bloody path through enemy defenses and lure the dragons far away from the breach. The Kongirati nomads, every bit as proud and as fearless as the warriors from the north, joined the alliance of men to help push back Sor Iknog, the Crimson Dragon. Sitting astride their draconic hybrids, these tracker archers faced the dragons steadfastly and seemingly without fear. Not one would allow the enemy to make easy prey of them. Hides, wings, teeth, blood. For the Kongirati, each draconic monstrosity was not only a threat, but also a quarry from which they could gain valuable resources. And where others had begged and prayed for divine salvation, these nomads made full use of anything the earth and providence offered them in order to survive. Their master tracker, Eula, however, did not see things in such stark shades of black and white. Of all those who made up their number, she was the first to recognize the value of this eternal light. How long would her people be able to continue traveling freely if the corruption were to poison the entire world? My strength fails me. To seal this union, the Order of the Eternal entrusted her with one of their most powerful relics, a single, glimmering scale of blood. Each champion had one, and the power of their light would be needed to push Sor Iknog back into the shadows.
Catching my breath.
It was up to Eula, armed with her scale of light, to cast the invocation. She would then know whether she had been right to put her trust in the Order and in joining the Alliance. The power of the light was like nothing ever seen before. We heard the Dragon Lord howl into our minds, racked with pain and rage. So close to the Dracomundus, our souls suffered as from 1,000 deaths, but we held fast to our positions. Inch by inch, the divine light pushed the corruption back into the breach. And it was thus that the Banished Lord saw Ignog disappeared once more into the shadows, where he would suffer eternal retribution. Once calm fell, we were all that was left, the sole witnesses to the feat accomplished by the Alliance of Men. But more than ever, we knew that the taint of draconic depravity still festered in the depths of the abyss, impatient to break free once more. Thus, from the union of men and their allies that stood together in the face of the draconic threat, an elite corps was established within the Order of the Eternal, the Dragon Hunters. Who knows? Perhaps the heroes that the Alliance of Men has been waiting for will be found among this unit's latest recruits.
Them all. fails me.
There they are. Nicely done, Song Khan.
Take care of yourself, apprentice. There are Dragönkin gathered here.
These are the ones that killed Bjorn's brother. I know they're poison.
Let us eliminate them. We cannot let them establish themselves this close to Monteskai.
My powers need more time.
Is anyone hurt? Song Khan? Apprentice?
We're fine. Somehow. But what is this totem? It seems as though all the Dragönkin were heading straight for it. Our apprentice was able to find us by following them.
Astria, you're the expert in draconic rites. Do you have any idea where they could have come from?
All signs point to this totem having been used for a ritual of corruption. And from the sheer amount of blood spilled here, we can assume they have enslaved a host of victims.
The statue is crafted from black willow. It must be from the Jaxaris swamp. My clan's caravans used to stop for supplies there, before passing through your lands.
So far from here? Could the Dragönkin have carried this idol all the way across the plains?
There would have to be countless adepts among their number if so. We must warn the Council of Monteskai without delay.
Given the scale of this invasion, it should not be difficult to win the Councilors over. They'll surely decide to attack in force.
Perhaps it would be best to learn more about our enemy before rushing in. If we are to root out a cult of this size, we need to avoid making any hasty decisions.
There would be one way to learn more about these creatures. A reconnaissance mission. If we send a small group, they may go unnoticed. A few skilled soldiers need only enter their lands and target their sanctuaries and camps. Then we'll see how they respond. We'd need to leave before reinforcements arrive from the plains. But this would allow us to gather information while also creating a diversion.
So be it. The apprentice will accompany Song Khan while we protect the borderlands around the Alliance. The apprentice will gain a bit of experience in the company of a tracker. All that leaves is the accolade, and to make her a dragon hunter officially.
need to catch my breath. Energy left.
There's not a moment to lose.
The Dragökin number more than ever, and they are rapidly gaining ground. We will need to strengthen the city watch, at the very least.
The dragon hunters have returned. Who knows? They may have even brought us some good news.
Please forgive this intrusion, councillors. Alas, Grand Tracker, I fear I do not bring the news you are hoping for.
Speak, Hunter.
As you ordered, we found the Dragönkin that killed one of our own. In doing so, we discovered an ascendant cult, one which swells in number.
They are practicing corruption rituals in the plains around Monteskai. According to Sun Can, the idols they are using are from Jaxara, and the ground there was drenched in dragon's blood. I fear that their intentions have been made all too clear.
They have come to desecrate the plains? This close to Monteskai? How have they been able to escape our notice for so long? We will need to act before they are able to launch an assault.
With your permission, Counselor, allow me to conduct a reconnaissance mission into enemy territory together with the apprentice. I know these lands well, since the Kongirat used to trade here.
2 hunters against an army of adepts? You cannot be serious.
The Dragönkin have flooded the plains, de Clerval, and redoubled their assaults against my clan. This hunter strategy would allow us to combat them on several fronts.
This is so. Allow Sun Can and the apprentice to gather information at least. I will oversee them, and if there is need for it, we will call them back. I suggest we put our trust in our hunters, Auspex.
And what of the apprentice?
She is ready, Auspex.
Then your plan will have my support. High Priest Cornelis, proceed with the accolade.
Kneel, apprentice. Today, before the Eternal, you commit to our fight against the dragons until they draw their last breath, to hunting those who serve them, to sealing the breaches to their vile prison of Dracomundus forevermore, to ridding humanity of their corruption. As a token of your sacrifice, please take this scale of light. It is a relic of Miriel, the Drakiel who, long ago, managed to banish these ungodly creatures together with the Eternal. It will protect you from the corrupting influence of their voices. Today, it will make you a protector of humanity, a blade of the Eternal, a hunter of dragons. Arise, hunter. Non Draco sit mihi dukes. Let not the dragon guide me.
Come and find me at the jail before leaving Monteskai. Since Sun Can and yourself will be on your own in the Jaxara swamp, we are prepared to offer you our support.
The Grand Tracker and I have pooled the Order's resources and Kongirat's expertise to give you a decisive advantage. To meet the dragon's strength with our own, we have raised the first tame wormling.
And we have taught it how to fight alongside hunters. It will make for a fearsome ally.
Grand Tracker, be reasonable. Nobody has ever been able to tame a dragon. This creature is dangerous.
You are right, to a point. Raising it was not enough. To control these beasts of draconic perversion, we needed to purify and subject them to the power of the light. We used blessed seals to do just that. It is not their chains that keep them subjugated, Tracker, but rather our faith in the eternal.
This wormling will accompany the new hunter. Your first mission promises to be a challenging one, and I am in no hurry to be called for a new accolade anytime soon. Innovation is one of the core values of our clan, Sun Can. I wager your opinion will change once you've seen this creature at work.
With all respect, Grand Tracker, I highly doubt it.